this video, we will learn how to create drop-down options. So select list is very useful component, and we can create two ways. One is we can just use the default HTML5 tag, or we can create the custom component using the divs and list element. So we will try both ways and we will see which one works better. So I have already created drop-down component file, and we will start first exporting that component and test this out. Now we will import into our home page. So we will just say import drop-down. Okay, it already came down, and we will just copy paste this one, and we will try the drop-down here. Okay, so the component is coming through, and now our next step is to use the default select list. So instead of return, we will put first the container div, and then we will say select, and then option, six. We have this select list, which is default one. Now definitely we need to first, now we have added country names, so now we have text, and we can start working on the styling. So we will add some Tailwind CSS classes here. First we will start with the select tag, and we will add the block with full border, rounded, and border black. And actually we will put gray border, that, or maybe outline none. Let's see how it looks. Other have implemented default select list. We use the default HTML5 tag. We apply very basic Tailwind CSS classes, like border, shadow, and outline none. And this is how it looks. We cannot apply styling to the options. More customized drop down or select list, I would recommend to create the custom component using div and list element. For that, first we need to provide the div. This is the div where we have the custom outer div, and we need to close this tag. Okay, so we will have to add some classes here. So I'm going to add the full width and flex layout. So we can compare both, drop down the custom one and the default one side by side, and we can figure out like which style is better. Let's first check how it looks, and then we will start adding the div and list elements. This both drop down is now side by side, the HTML structure of our custom drop. So the first element we need to add is button. We put span, which will tell us like drop down. We will change it to choose a country later on. First we need to just provide the structure. Now the second element would be the SVG icon, which SVG icons, all you do here is learn more and down arrow. The SVG icon, we would just copy it, and all you do is some formatting changes. I'm keeping it width and height same as we copied drop down. So we will do two ways. First, we will just add some anchor tags here, so that way we can see it, and then add the Tailwind CSS classes there. The second step here is we will provide the divider drop down. So let's start adding some anchor tag, and for now we will put 1, 2, 3, but we will change it to the choose. Okay, right now this is an anchor tag and we didn't provide the actual block level element UL, and then list. Okay, we added the list element, and now we will, this is the button, we will make it inline, and this is the list we will show when user clicks on that arrow. So now we'll add some classes to our button tag, and for that we will just add border rounded bx. I would just use bx4 by2 shadow border gray. We will use the similar styling which we added for default one. Now we need to provide inline flags here and items center, that way it looks proper. So now it's a similar kind of drop down. We might need to narrow, but we could just replicate the similar to our options element, and for that we need to provide some classes to the outer div, because that's one coming from as a drop down. So first thing we need to provide here is the same width as the button. Then we will provide the position, because it should display as a drop down from button, so it should look like it should display at the proper position. So we'll say absolute top 0, so it will exactly display underneath button. We also need to provide the origin, because we need to show that when user clicks it should come from the top. So that's why we will add origin top. And so in this example, we will use Tailwind CSS just in time mode. So we don't need to create the event using JavaScript, but we will just use the Tailwind CSS classes. So we added the classes, we added the rounded border and the shadow, so it looks like, instead of drop down, we could just say choose country. So we'll do that text, and I just updated the, instead of numbers, we would just updated the country names and the label. So now, and now we will hide it. Add the class hidden. So we will put here hidden. That way, add the click event. And for that, we will use Tailwind CSS just in time mode. So when CSS just in time mode classes, first we need to add the input type checkbox. So here we add input type, and for that we will add checkbox, and we need to add the classes, and for that we will add Pure, and that's it. Now we also need to add classes for the options element. So here what we will do is we will say Pure checked, and at that time we will display block, or here it's showing the options when we click on checkbox. So if it's checked, it shows all the options SVG. So when user clicks on it, that icon, it actually triggers checkbox checked, and that way we could display the options. And for that we need to add some classes. First of all, we say absolute, and then I think we added SVG for right one. So we will just do the same, right one. yes, right one. So this is a similar class as we added for the icon, and we will add here, and we'll see first how it looks. So now we added the cursor, we added checkbox, we tried checking off and on, and it displays the options. Now we added the opacity 0, so that way we are not showing the checkbox. And if so, now we can compare side by side. You can see the customized drop down versus the default drop down. I would recommend to use the customized drop down. First of all, it's very easy to implement, add animation as well, so you can have more flexibility uh, to and you can easily figure out which one will work better for your app. This is how we can create either customized drop down or the default one for any data app. um, Thanks for watching. I will see you in next video.